What is up? Welcome back to another workout in the Strong at Home series. Today we're slowing things down, focusing on mobility and flexibility and just taking a breath because you've been working hard, I've been working hard, we've all been working hard, and it's just as important to slow down. Today is a full body mobility. It's just about 15 minutes, so super quick. We're just gonna get right into it. Each exercise is going to be done for 60 seconds. I want you to start in a nice tabletop position here, and then just start bringing your belly down and then back up. We're going to start to thread the needle, so maybe back in that neutral position, sticking to one side, reaching up towards the sky with your left arm, trying to keep your hips neutral to the ground, and then bringing that left arm through the other side of your body, pressing with your right arm to add a little bit of extra twist, and then bring it back up, reach overhead, and then right back down through the other side. And June's friends are here, so she has to go say hi. Reach up towards the sky. We're here for another 30 seconds, so you can take your time with this exercise. Open up through that back. Make sure to breathe through the exercise. And in about 10 seconds, all we're gonna do is switch it over to the opposite side. Push through that opposite arm to open up through that spine. In 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, other side. Now your left arm plants down, right arm reaches, and then threads through to the other side. This feels so good. There are 5 exercises ahead of us. This is number 2. We're gonna go through these 5 exercises 3 times total, which brings us to a 15-minute mobility session. I feel like a lot of times people talk about mobility, and they say, oh, I'm so sore, oh, I'm so tired, or oh, I'm so tight. But no one really does anything about it. I mean, myself included, I'm guilty. That's why these are integrated into this program. So it's like a forced mobility session because oftentimes we just don't think about it. Less than 10, going into a hip opener here in 3, 2, 1. Bring your left leg up. Nice kneeling position here. And then I want you to lean into that front hip and then back up to standing, or standing tall, yeah. Lean into that front hip and then back up. This one, working a little bit of strength here along with our mobility. So mobility versus flexibility, first of all. Flexibility is how far can you stretch a muscle? How flexible are you going into splits, whatever it may be. Mobility is working through a movement. So that also incorporates strength training. Mobility are things like hip openers, ones like this, thoracic twists, what we just did. Nice. In 5 seconds, we're gonna switch to the opposite side. 3, 2, and 1. Switch it out. Same thing, other side. Open up that hip and back through center. Making sure to keep your hips up and tucked in. Flex towards the top. It's gonna make sure to open up through your hip flexor. And then bonus on this move, you're also getting some ankle mobility here. So try to keep that front ankle on the ground as you push deep into that front leg. Breathe through that move. In about 20 seconds, we're gonna transition into a deep squat to a standing back bend. Remember to breathe through it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Twist so you're facing the side of your mat. Make sure your feet are wider than hips distance, and then drop your hips down into a deep squat. From here, lift your hips up. Stand up tall, reaching overhead, and then just a slight back bend at the top. Hinge at your hips, drop them down into that deep squat. Hips go up, and then back bend at the top. Breathe through it. 30 seconds in, 30 seconds to go. I don't know why, but my timer almost timed out on me. So you're opening up your hips again here, working through the backs of your legs, and then working on opening up your back. Because oftentimes when we're hunched over on your computer, you're gonna open your chest, open your back here. And then right back into that thread the needle. Round 1 is done, round 2 here. So keeping things nice and slow and controlled. Every round we go through this, you should feel a little bit more loose, a little bit more flexible. It should be easier to sink deeper into that stretch. Inhale as you bring that arm up, and exhale as you bring it through. Again, I'm so guilty of not doing enough mobility. So when I was creating this whole 6-week program, I was like, I need to add it in. Because if I just tell people to do it, if I just tell myself to do it without actually planning for it, it ain't gonna happen. And same thing, other side, switch it out. Once you get in the habit of it though, it really changes things up, because then it's like you crave that kind of movement. Your body feels so good, your workouts are better, you're recovering quicker, you don't ache in those places anymore. And on that way down, this hand that's by your head right here, you can push against the ground to really twist open and twist deeper into that spine. 20 seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot up. Drive your hips forward, keeping your left heel on the ground, and then right back. Don't go any farther than what that allows you. So if you feel like you're coming up here and your heel lifting off the ground, stop right before that happens. Tuck your hips under, push your glute forward, open up that hip flexor. Again, just breathing through it. Feeling that stretch. This feels so good. My right hip especially is so tight all the time. It's always the first thing to go. And this feels great. 5, 4, 3, 2, switch it out. Same thing other side. Back toe is flat on the ground, so make sure the top of that foot is on the ground. Then push that left hip forward. You should already feel that stretch in your left hip flexor. And then just to deepen it even more, you don't have to necessarily go as far as you possibly can. If you're truly pushing your hips up and forward, you're gonna feel that stretch without having to sink all the way down. So it's really just about connecting, moving in very minute ways to get the most out of the exercise. Take your time. Don't overdo it here. We're gonna go through this one more time, and that's where we can sink even deeper to the stretch. In 5, deep squat to back bend in 3, 2, and 1. Find that deep squat, open up those hips, use those elbows to push those knees out and open. Raise your hips, roll up, and open up that back. Oh my goodness. That pop in my back. Nice and controlled here. You should already feel, like I said, even more limber because you've been through this twice now. Your body should be a little bit more loose. Whenever our bodies are cold, before we've warmed up, before we've done anything, it's really important not to overstretch, overdo it, so you're not putting too much tension on that muscle. In 3, final round, in 2, and 1. Final round in these moves. Again, twist even deeper, trying to keep your hips parallel to the ground. Relieve that tension in your back. And connect that movement to that breath. Inhale, reach up, exhale, down. Last time we're here, gonna add a little bit extra. You can bring that top hand behind you, open up through that right shoulder. 3, 2, and switch it out. Big stretch. You should also feel this a little bit in your obliques as you reach up and stretch. And again, if you can see me on the screen, now with the hand that's by my head, so my left hand, if you want to add a little bit extra, you can reach behind you into the crease of your hip, and that'll just help to open up that left shoulder as well. Breathe and enjoy it. Enjoy the slow pace of this 15-minute mobility. Less than 10. One more time through those hip openers. And 3, 2, 1. Tuck and lean into it. Excuse me. This is 15 minutes of mobility, but even if you're just doing 5 minutes after a workout or a couple times a week, that could make all the difference. You don't necessarily have to dedicate a full 15, 20, 30 minutes of your day, but just 5 minutes after a workout, in the middle of the day, after you've been sitting at your desk all day, can be really, really beneficial for your joints, for your muscles, and being able to stay limber will also help your workouts because you're able to squat deeper, you're able to move more efficiently. 3, 2, and switch it out. So not only just feeling good, obviously, when our bodies aren't as tense, but our performance improves. Less than 2 minutes of work, then you can move on with your day. Breathe, breathe, breathe. In about 15 seconds, we're going into that final exercise. This feels so good. Feels so good, I kind of can't talk. 3, 2, and 1. Like I'm focusing too hard on how much relief I'm getting. Deep squat into that forward bend, into the back bend.
I'll show you from the side too, just to show you in that deep squat. If you're not here, at least with your back being nice and flat, feet flat on the ground, then I would avoid the deep squat because you're just not there yet, and that's totally fine. I would rather you go into a deep sumo, or you can get a yoga block and put it underneath your butt so you can sit on it. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Thank you for joining me for today's slowed down session, today's 15-minute mobility. If you're feeling better, if you're doing the sessions, if you're going through a Strong at Home program, whatever it may be, please comment down below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. As you know, subscribing just helps support me, helps support the channel. All of my workouts are free for you, and I absolutely love doing it. So please continue to support. I appreciate you so much. Follow me on Instagram as well at Spin City, where I post a lot more content, a lot more often. But other than that, you already know what to do. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.